Hey guys, it's Drew here, and I wanted to go ahead and upload a quick update on my garden, backyard, food forest, and just the progress that I've had and all the different changes since the last upload. I got several types of bananas, the Grand Nain, Dwarf Cavendish, and the Orinoco. Here I'm looking at my row of lemongrass. On the other side, I have a row of dwarf cavendish. But I've quickly learned that as of right now, I can't supply those bananas with enough nutrients for them to really grow much. So it is what it is. I may actually take them out and replace them with something else. Here's some pigeon peas that I have mulched with grass clippings. I'm really hoping to get some harvest this year. That's some sugarcane, some red variety of sugarcane that I got earlier this year. Off to the right, there's just a lot of pigeon peas and Bidens all mixed up. I've just been letting those grow out over the summer. Right here I have a cayenne pepper plant, and it's really loaded up. It's been producing a lot. I've been harvesting a lot from that. Hoping to make some chili powder. I planted a lot of these coleus plants just to have some beautiful color and for the pollinators. Under this tithonia, I have a chaya plant that is really slow growing, but it's getting established. Here's another look at my orientation of my lemongrass and dwarf cavendish bananas that, like I said, I'm still not super positive as to what I'm going to do. I may take some out and interplant another species. I'm just not sure yet what I'm going to plant there, but for right now that's where they are. And take another look at my Orinoco bananas. They're going to be doing really well this year. I actually took them from my grandparents' property before it got sold, and they fruit very often, and that's in North Florida, so I'm excited to get those growing established. Off to the left, you can't really see it, and I don't really stop to show it, but there's quite a few moringa trees lined up in that row, and they're just still a little small right now. But so that's the side yard, and this is the backyard, half of the backyard that I have planted. I've got a lot of diversity back here. Red and yellow Mexican sunflowers, cranberry hibiscus, papaya, sugarcane, katuk, vetiver, lemongrass. I have so much different stuff just planted. I got a whole bunch of fig trees. They're just super small because I started them from cuttings earlier this year. I've got some little pumpkins growing all throughout. What else? I've got a lot of really, really small trees planted. I have some of the South Sea salad tree plants planted all around. I've got quite a few nectarine trees. As you can see there, they're just still real small. Getting established though. There's another nectarine tree right there. Cranberry hibiscus and moringa growing all around it. I have a bamboo, graceful bamboo planted right there, middle of the screen. I made use of this old camper top to the back of an old vehicle we had for a long time, and I just propped it all up, made it where it's pretty stationary, and so that way I could grow a few things under its shade. I was actually looking to see if the Seminole pumpkins have started putting on any pumpkins, but in here I just have a couple of things planted with the wild tangerines, wild citrus that I found earlier this year. Over there's some shampoo ginger. But yeah, here's some of the little citrus. I'm looking forward to planting those, guerrilla planting those, because I actually have already probably 30 planted throughout the backyard. They're just still real small. Some gourds that I tried growing up over the whole thing, and then it's mostly covered with Virginia creeper, but that does a real good job at shading out and creating a little bit of shade. There's mint growing all throughout there. I just let it go crazy. Works as a good ground cover. Off to the left, there's a row of chaya. They're just still real small, so it's hard to see them. But I've got different marigolds planted. My moringa tree is actually starting to flower. Last year I got flowers as well, but I'm hoping to get some seed pods, because I'd really like to start growing my own moringa trees from my own seed. And this little wet habitat I created for different insects and frogs. I've got elephant ears growing. But I really love this cranberry hibiscus. This is the first year that I've successfully got it established, and it's really exciting because the leaves are really tasty, and I also use it as a chop and drop, and it's just really just beautiful to look at in contrast to all the greenery. Here's a Thai soldier long bean. That's just one plant. It's getting ready to shoot off and go crazy. But back in the corner over there, I have a lot of malanga planted. They're also just still small. But I'm really working at getting things established, getting different species as much as I can. Just really getting that biodiversity. Those little flowers were from a wildflower seed packet that I got a whole bunch of calendula and alyssum, just all kinds of different cool flowers. But got Napier grass right there to the left. I've got that interplanted around in different spaces, just trying to get it established. There's a Barbados cherry tree that is 2 years old. I had to protect it in a 5-gallon bucket over our winter, but here's one of the fig trees that I have that's growing pretty good. Started from cutting earlier this year. I've been experimenting with a little bit of electroculture, just having fun with it. I've got quite a few papaya trees. There's a little strawberry plant that's just surviving, but I've ate quite a few good strawberries off of it already. I've been composting in that big blue rain barrel. There's some different South Sea salad tree and mountain papaya or babaco. Yeah, I've been attracting a whole bunch of black soldier fly larvae, which is cool. They're really breaking stuff down for me. And I'm showing here that I have really large yellow Mexican sunflowers growing, and they're kind of right now just providing some shade to keep the ground cool and keep the soil there and building. Got lots of onions planted, of the Egyptian walking onions. I've also just got green onions growing all over. My loquat tree's doing pretty good. That tree was actually planted by a crow. I'm pretty proud of that. There's the no-till onion hill. It's a whole bunch of green onions. Then I have corn, organic popcorn seed planted all over. So that's also coming up through. It's kind of looking wild and crazy, and that's really my goal. I want it to become as diverse of a food forest as I possibly can. There's another papaya tree that I've been mulching. But that's everything right now, and a quick just overview of what I've got going on. I'm looking forward to everything growing and getting more diversity.